What's up, guys? I am driving. So I probably won't be able to look at the chat because I'm going to be looking at the road. But let me just tell everybody what's going on. I have guests. I decided to go ahead and tell Darrell and Steve to come on if they want to. Um, but I wasn't planning on signing on. But here I am. I'm a little stressed just to let everybody know what's going on. It's kind of funny if you think about it. So here's what I hope you can hear me. So here's what happened. We've been having yellow jackets get in our house, and it's been a pain in the neck. And this is going to be a way different live. But yeah, yellow jackets have been getting in the house, and I was killing like one every other day, and then it was one every day, and then it was like two a day, and I was like, what is going on? So I was looking for like holes that they were getting in, and I have stuff all over the walls, so it's hard to really look. And then I saw in the doorway like some like cracks, and just an old busted up trailer. And so I went and I got like mud and started filling in holes. And then I saw a hole, and I was like, oh, let me put it there. And as soon as I put it there, I'm out of this traffic light now. So, is the van free from yellow jackets? The van is free from yellow jackets. So you did end up buying that 100K collection. Yeah, for sure, man. So, all right, I'm driving again. I can't read comments, but yeah. So I put the spackle or the mud over the spot, and it really sucked because I saw a yellow jacket start pushing through, and I was like, oh crap. So I splattered it on there some more, and they just pushed their way through. And tell me if you can hear me. I'm at another traffic light. Can everybody hear me okay? Oh, dang. Monado Max. What? Oh, man, Max, you're the man. Thanks so much, man. You did not have to do that. I hope, look, I hope no one thinks I'm not trying to get money, guys. That's not what I'm trying to do. I promise you I'm not trying to do it. Thank you so much for that. But I hope I appreciate it, but please don't feel obligated to do any of that. There's no reason for any of that, but I do appreciate it. The B, I don't know if I scanned that. Did that show up? There it is. Yeah, Max, thanks so much, man. I can't read it, but thanks so much. Go check out his channel if you get a chance. I'm almost home, but yeah. So the yellow jackets started flying out, and they just were pumping out like by the 10s, 20s. I don't know. I got pretty freaked out, and I ran to the laundry room, and my wife's like, "What's going on?" And I said, "Look in the office. They're flying freaking everywhere." So the yellow jackets were flying everywhere, and I said, "Get out of the house! Get out of the house!" So I went outside. I opened up the door. They're flying outside, and I peek in, and I see in the office they have overtaken my office, which is where I sit down on the computer and do the lives. And sorry, I know it's kind of dark. It's nighttime, so that's kind of how it works. But yeah, they everywhere, and it really sucked. It really, really sucked. And I'm just being honest. I kind of froze up. Usually in times of stress is usually where I thrive, but it's like over and over again, something else. And then as soon as you get ahead, something else pops up, and it's like, well, there's all the money. You guys know I'm doing this 10K challenge, where I'm trying to get 10K so I can get out of the house. And I was like, well, I'm gonna have to be grinding even harder now because I have no idea. Like, the thing that's making me nervous is because it's an old trailer. All I'm thinking, because we're also having other issues of stuff falling. I'm like, what are we gonna find? Termites? We're gonna find mold? What are we gonna find? So I've been wanting to just get out, sell it for dirt cheap, but I don't think that's an option. That's the only thing. I don't want them to open up the walls and find the nests, and then they find more. So be praying for me, for all of you who pray. If you don't, well, start praying because I can use all the prayer I can get. I'm when I get home, I'm going to actually directly talk to you guys. I'm just kind of blabbing right now. If you can share this and let people come in and share this and say, hey, he's on. He said he wasn't going to be, and Darrell is coming on. I just can't add him yet because I can't really touch my phone. But anyways, we called the exterminator. I called people from the church, told them what's going on, that I'm probably going to be out for a few days. And I thankfully all the Yellow Jackets started like calming down, and they're like falling asleep. They're like all gathering in a little pile in the windows. And I went and grabbed everything. And this was a tough one for me for a lot of reasons. One, so I'm taking like, which I don't have a huge collection, but I'm taking the majority of my collection. Everything that was gifted to me, I'm keeping, and a few items that, you know, I play with the kids and that mean a lot to them, I'm keeping, but I'm selling off a huge portion, even stuff that I spent a lot of money on. It because they're just games. They're just games. And my family's way more important. And I know some people are like, they don't like that because, you know, I hate that I pulled people in on a journey of seeing me grab stuff and collect. And, you know, and I know people get disappointed with seeing, you know, people like make stuff just for content. This is genuinely not just for content. I literally have to sell this stuff. Thankfully, it's there, though. Thankfully, it's there. And I think with what I've taken out, I could probably get the 10,000, but I got to sell it. So that's what's going to happen first. So if anybody's wanting Saturn games, I can't like bend too much, but I'm selling Genesis, Saturn, some PS4, 3, 2, 1. I have a few GameCube games. I've already sold off a lot of that stuff. So it is, you know, it is what it is. Iwi. It is what it is. But Darrell should be coming on in a minute, guys. I'm about to pull into my neighborhood, and hopefully the internet won't cut out or the service. We have a new phone plan, so I'm able to use the internet. So hopefully it won't cut out when I get in the neighborhood. So Iwi, that's right. James, man. All right, James. I was just talking to James. James, thank you so much, man. Man, you and Max. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Go have fun. Hey, thanks so much, James. I still have everything recorded for the giveaway stuff. I've already given away some things. That giveaway series, though, is coming later because I had to put it on pause because of all this stuff. But I have all that recorded, and some of the money has already been, for that portion, has already been used, and given away a few things. But thanks so much for the donation. That means a lot. You're always really helpful, but this isn't a stream to get money, but you know I'm not going to deny it. I was talking to Darrell, and I was like, you know what? I would hate to bail on everybody. This will be the second week in a row. I'm going to go take pictures. I thought, you know, what's better than to just show people who I really am and what I really deal with. I think it's a lot better if you guys get to see what I'm really going through, just to kind of relate a little bit more. But thanks so much, James. Sorry for this being a way different stream than normal. I'm going to see. Okay, I think we got people. Oh, Flipper Dude's here. Okay. I'm pulling in. I'm about to turn in. I'm in the neighborhood. I'm stopping really quick so I can do this. What's up?
What's going on?
What's going on? I'm just dark
turn
right
your
now.
dome light on or something.
Well, yeah, that's I can't see the road very well when I do that, so that's why.
I got you.
That's why I'm not.
I got you.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm about to pull in, and I'm gonna go walk in and show you guys. I need to change out the light bulb in the living room, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll kind of show you guys what's going on. It's nuts, man. You probably can't see it too much once I get there, just because they're kind of like hidden up in the windows. But it's wild. It's wild, dude. It's wild.
How many are we talking? Hundreds?
It had to have been at least 100, 150, something like that.
I think if you want to get good content, go in with like 2 tennis rackets and just start smacking them.
Dude. All right, I'm pulling up now. All right, give me just a second, guys. Go ahead, Steve. You can go ahead and tell them what's going on. Talk if you want to talk to them. Let me say, hey, Caleb, what's up?
Apparently, Keith is in a huge battle with Yellow Jackets.
Let's see. Home, you just got those bees out of your wall. Yellow Jackets are wild. Glad you did not get hurt.
Yeah.
We
Wee.
send me your list of games that you're willing to play. Family starving or video game collection? That's a coin flip. Well, my family isn't starving. We just want to be. I'll flip off the camera. I was scratching my nose. So, all right, I'm going in. We have 7 people. I didn't get to share. I told everybody I wasn't going live, but here I am. So people are probably thinking we're not live. So let's see. I gotta unlock the door. Hold on, guys. Let's see.
I think I came in like halfway through the story.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, I'm unlocking the door. We probably have like food still on the counter. Let's see. All right. Let me turn on the light in here.
Hey, it's Keith.
All right, they may be hidden, but hold on one second. Let me see if I can turn this camera around really quick.
Dude, don't stir them up, whatever you do.
Can I turn the camera around? Uh-oh. Let me see. Do you know how to... I don't know if I can turn the camera around.
I don't know if you can either.
Starving family solved on the cheap with cases of ramen. It will work for at least a solid month. Preachers versus Bees starts in 2 minutes. All right, let's see. I can't. I don't know if I can change my camera. I don't think I can. So let me see if you guys can see them. They're just kind of settling. There's just a few, but can you see them up in there? Oh gosh. There's just, yeah, see, they're probably hidden behind the blinds. But you can see, look over here. I was smacking them on the blinds over here. So I absolutely destroyed the blinds. But can you see them? Can you just see a few? Can you see that? Uh-oh, I guess Steve got out. Oh, don't tell me there's something behind me. But can you guys see all that? I know you can't see them all. I think they've kind of gotten up in the cracks and they're sleeping or something, but messed up the Ethiopian bunk beds. Yeah. Wow. It's crazy. I think I think it's the females, but they're like this big. They're like an inch and a half, but they were like crawling around. And I was like, what in the world? It's nuts. I think they may be in other parts of the house. But yeah, I was just spreading. This looks like garbage, but I was just spreading some to fill in some cracks. And then it was this hole right here. And then this is where everything freaked out and I started splattering stuff everywhere. But this hole is where they started coming out at. Oh, there's one right there. Oh my goodness. Yeah. See it? That's nuts. This is crazy. So, yep, that's crazy, man. Did you guys see the antenna? I should play Bee Simulator. Yeah. You can see it. I don't know if I like ticked them off, but look, do you see the little antenna up there moving right there? Oh yeah. Ooh. Yeah. See, they're in the wall. Punch it. I'm afraid if I punch it, they're all gonna fall out. I'm thinking that the mud hardened up enough to where they can't squeeze through because it's like a tiny little crack now. So I don't know if they were like, because I know Yellow Jackets can like drill a hole in. It's a triple wide. So the triple wide, it's white trash mansion. White trash heaven is what it is. So did you try asking them to leave? I did, Will. I did try asking them to leave nicely. Let me see. I think Darrell's in here. Oh, there they are, guys. I'm going to bring him in.
What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Hey, guys, Welcome, Darrell. What's up, man? Hey, everyone, I am going to have resident Darrell on again. That we'll probably do this again next week, but I just kind of I figured I would go ahead and bring him on for a little bit and just kind of talk about what's going on and just kind of shoot the breeze. But I want to actually have you on and actually talk about, what you do and your channel and everything. Today's a little up in the air, but I figured I would at least try to get people. So they probably got in between sections. That's what I'm thinking. I think they got in between sections. We have, I'm sure we do. We have all kinds of different, like we have to have.
He said you have fire insurance.
So
burn it down.
Burn them. Yeah.
Burn it down.
If one of you want to come burn them, yeah, then we and have built a massive nest. Do some do some co-op with the bees and have built a massive nest. Do some, I don't know if I'm understanding that. Do some coop or co-op with the bees. Well, let me show you guys what's going on, because I was only going to do this, as if you know, I'm doing like, I don't know if you knew. Yeah, Darrell, you knew this. Steve, I'm trying to get $10,000 by January. Like, obviously, I need to make more than that. I'm trying to set aside 10,000. And I just get a feeling I need to get out of here as soon as possible. So I'm doing something I didn't want to do. And but let me just show you guys really quick. So I'm trying to remember, Steve, was it Soviet Strike? What did I get was it Thunder Strike or Soviet Strike? I got
Thunder Strike.
Okay, I was right. I set it aside over here. Let me make sure I got it here, because all of my gifts, I said, oh wait, maybe I put the wrong one there. Yeah, I gotta find. It was yeah, okay. I must have put Soviet Strike over here, or I just set it in the wrong pile. Okay, well, when I find it, let me just show you guys really quick. So this is what's going. How long have they been there? So I've been seeing them for a little while. Oh, thanks so much, James. There, just move the decimal a bit, and you have met your goal. Hey, no, man, that's huge.
That's good.
That's huge. So here we go. Let me show you. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, not everything, but so here's if you can see that.
Don't sell the Saturn stuff. No,
I have to, man. I have to. Unfortunately, I have to.
Sell everything but that.
Yeah, I understand, but to me, money's really important right now. I can get this stuff again. I hate to do it, but I can get it again. So all this is going. All this is going. I do have other stuff here. I have some Genesis stuff, but I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff as it is. This stuff I'm keeping all this. And but yeah, I got a bunch of stuff here, like some of the Genesis stuff I've had for a while: Gunstar Heroes, Rock and Roll Racing, Fairy Tale, Flashback, some GameCube stuff, PlayStation 2, PS4. Some this was one I really didn't want to get rid of, but let me show you. So this is one of the first ones I've got in my collection, one of the first games. So a Lunger, which is a really good one if you guys haven't played it. But yeah, I'll be putting that up online pretty soon, and that's why I came back to the house. Sell the Saturn stuff retail. Yeah, I am, man. I'm selling it retail.
Question for you, if you don't mind me jumping in. I know I missed a lot of what was going on in the beginning. So what is your personal collection roughly valued at?
My whole entire collection?
Yeah.
Somewhere around 15,000.
So funny story. Earlier this year, I sold my entire personal collection.
Really?
And it was valued at about $15K. I mean, I'm telling you everything, Vita, PSP, everything.
Yeah.
And it's just because, I mean, I've told you before, I'm in the mortgage industry, and it's been a historically bad past 2 years. Okay. And there's whole months where I've gone without paychecks from the actual business that I do full time. And dude,
Wow. Yeah, you did tell me that. Yeah.
There was a couple days there. I say a couple days, a couple weeks there where like I lost deals. People back out. Financing falls through. The people make really poor decisions when they're in the middle of buying a home.
Yeah.
And for a number of reasons, deals die with no fault of your own. That's just part of the business. High risk. Absolutely. I don't know that it's high reward, but it's moderately high reward. And there was just a run, dude, where it was like I went a couple months where I just wasn't getting paid outside of reselling. Yeah. And I just said enough's enough, and I had this big plan where we were going to do a whole video series around it, right? I filmed all of our shelves like together, all the games on it and stuff. And then I was like, let's sell it all. So in the course of 2 months or so, sold my entire collection.
Wow.
And then instead of filming a video, I just filled it up with DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff that I'm selling now. And it was like, one day I'll just reference that I did this. But, that's the beautiful thing about what we do.
Yeah.
And why we collect. It's like, we're not just putting a piece of plastic on the shelf.
Exactly.
It's an investment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like let's be honest, 90% of collecting.
Not everybody will agree with you, but I do agree.
But like 90% of collecting, in my opinion, or the fun in it is the thrill of the hunt.
Absolutely.
Like that Panzer Dragoon saga you did was so cool. Like, and I'm like, we're across the country from each other. I wasn't a part of it, but watching every single episode, I felt like I was a part of it. You had this really dope song that you did, and it's
Michael K. Shout out to Michael
Dude,
K.
That's so good. And it's like, you know what? At the end of the day, man, if getting out of the hornet's nest is kids are the priority, wife's the priority, bro. That's I say, me personally, and then people might hate me for it, sell that junk. Yeah, and then do it again, and do it again with your kids, and do it again on video. And it's like we all get to live it a second time.
Absolutely. Yeah. See, that's one of the things that I was trying to explain, because some people think like, oh, people are just making a YouTube thing. My thing is, no, YouTube is what I can do with it. It gives more value to what I'm doing, because I pull people along that have faced the same thing. See, Bryce says you should sell it all. Caleb says that's how I get by with collecting Pokemon cards. I tell my wife it's an investment. That's how he gets by it.
Oh dang! I thought I muted my mic.
It is though.
There's the Saturn shelf right now.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Hurts
know,
my
Steve,
heart.
Don't worry, it's gonna come back.
Well, and the beautiful thing about what you do specifically is you are a great storyteller. So like this is going to be, it's unfortunate in the moment, but it's gonna be so fun to watch.
I've already filmed stuff, so
yeah. So dude, don't get me wrong. Selfishly, I'm like, yeah, brother, sell it all, and so we can see the cool videos. But from a dad and a brother that I just did this, and like, dude, selling my first Vita game, selling my first Vita console, I had 11.
Wow.
And dude, it's like when you rip that Band-Aid off, it's like, oh dang, this ain't so bad actually.
That's kind of how it is right now. It's one of those things, because it's like, so I've owed Steve money, right? Because Steve sold stuff to me and I've been paying him, and then there'd be some weeks where I couldn't, and then I would try to give him another little $50 here. But finally I was able to pay it all off, and only owe like $300 more to another person. And so I'm like, man, I'm caught up. And then I'm like, oh no. Of course, these these Yellow Jackets, it's not like, I was telling James, it's not like it's so bad. And what do you say? Just consider your home. Well, it's not like the Yellow Jackets are so bad that, they can't be taken care of. But then it's just like one thing after the other. I'm looking at the floors, I'm looking at the toilet, and I'm saying, by the way, all this is going to be on a future video too, this conversation. So you're talking about storytelling. All this is going to be here.
Heck yeah, man.
But it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I mean? It's
I've felt that before.
Oh, dude, because I'm sitting there and I'm so excited because I didn't do the live last week, and I was like, okay, good. I think I can get the Yellow Jackets out of here. We saw some bigger ones. They're probably building the nest because we saw them up on the roof. I sprayed up on the roof. And I said, I bet they're getting in through cracks. So I sealed all those cracks in that spot. And then the floodgates open. And I went, no. Yeah. And I'm telling you, it just hit me. It hit me like a ton of bricks. And I said, what am I supposed to do? And I have the best wife. I'm sure everybody says I have the best wife in the world, but my wife is the best wife in the world. But she's sitting there. I'm stressed because it's usually, kind of the other way around, and I'm real calm in stressful situations. And I just said, I don't know what to do. I said, what do I do? I said, because we're sitting here. I'm like, bees or they're flying everywhere. I'm like, we can't stay here. Mm-hmm. And I was like, are we going to be able to afford to get an exterminator? So,
dude,
all this stuff. And it's thankfully we got it taken care of. They're coming in the morning, but it just hit me. It was like, I can't do this. And I said, okay, I called the church and I was like, look, I'm probably not going to be here this week. And I felt really bad because, we just had a meeting. We're talking about doing more Bible studies, reaching out to more people, doing more stuff. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to have to bail. And thankfully, my brother-in-law, her brother, they're out of town. So they're staying there. I'm coming here. I figured I would just do the live for a little bit, maybe till about 9 o'clock or a little bit earlier. And just kind of so everybody knows what's going on. And we're going to have resident Darrell on again next week, guys. I know some of you are on schedule for later, but we're just going to have to push everything back. And are you good to do next week again?
Yeah, dude, I'll actually just be getting back from a student ministry retreat. Okay. So we're taking about 90-ish students this Friday out of town for our high school fall retreat. So it'll be I'll be coming back just like probably exhausted, but also like jazzed, like just ready to go.
Absolutely.
So we actually got invited into our church today, and my wife and I, to do a like a video interview series for some of the people that serve in our student ministry.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because I know their hearts are right. And I know they're super excited about talking to us because our interactions have been so positive for the past couple of years. But I also kind of feel kind of guilty because I told them, I was like, look, man, I'm not going to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to go back into ministry. I'd love to go full time. I've never experienced full time ministry where I can give 40, 50 hours of my actual work life to being devoted to this. Yeah. And I've always been bivocational. And it's kind of one of those things where like, I feel like part of the reason why they brought us in was for that, but also like once we were there, it was such a good interview and it was so fun and relaxed and everyone's super, oh my gosh, this is so good. This is so blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I just told them, I was like, hey man, I'm not gonna be here forever. So just use me as much as you can.
Yeah.
And it's super exciting. So this weekend, they're like, hey, we need you to come up there and chaperone with these students. There's gonna be, like I said, between 80 and 90 of them. I don't remember. The place has moved a lot because the hurricane that hit through North Carolina destroyed one of the campsites that we like to go to every fall.
Yeah.
And flooded others.
That's right. Yeah. I didn't think about that because you're on the east. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been wild, dude. And that's another thing. Like I dropped a video today. It's the first video I've done in a month. But like, dude, we've had so much going on. Like my son broke his arm. My son broke his arm. And then we had like our air conditioning unit, like I guess whoever installed it when we bought our house, like didn't install the drain pan correctly. And it was so like it like basically sat lopsided, uneven. It got backed up because I guess algae built up in the drain pipe or whatever. And it flooded and filled the pan up until the pan gave and then dumped like 40, 50 gallons of water in my daughter's bedroom and then down into my dining room.
Goodness.
Yeah. So right now, like in the room this way, like the ceiling's messed up, the ceiling of her room's messed up, the floors are ripped up. It's this whole big thing. So we've had, and that's the second time in a year, technically 2 years, we've had something that's happened. We had a pipe bust not too long ago. And it's just been like one thing after another. And then the hurricane hit and then flooded our neighborhood, which I know we're friends on Facebook now, but like if
I didn't see all that. I'm not on there much. So.
Well, I put a picture up that shows our neighborhood before and after and our clubhouse.
Yeah.
And the entire, like our tennis courts and our playground and everything's covered in water. like flooded completely.
Wow.
And it looks like our little clubhouse, like a little island in the middle. And so, anyways, I say all that to say, dude, I've been like so behind and just so like whatever. So we finally put a video out today, and I'm hoping to get back in the swing of things. But I've really slowed down a lot because the opportunities at church have shot through the moon.
Well, amen. That's good, man. Praise the Lord.
They've got me teaching a 9th grade D group for 9th and 10th grade D group on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
So I got about 8 regular students that show up for our small group. Our student ministry on a normal Sunday night is about 130 students to 100 and could be 150 students. Yeah. And so that's our big night. That's and then so my wife and I teach Sunday school for 9th graders. And then Sunday nights we just fill in wherever we fill in. Sometimes it's we're just in the hallway being hall monitors, making sure kids don't get too cute and run off in the stairwells.
Yeah.
And then some nights like not last Sunday before, I was teaching, and then we went on a retreat, and then I taught on that one too. So it's just the opportunities have been so crazy. Like, so this weekend I'm super excited. I'll be coming in off that, so I might have like these crazy bags under my eyes, and we're playing paintball, so I might be a giant bruise, but I'll be fine. Here. I'll 100% be here.
Yeah. So point is, you'll be there. You'll be hyped up, and so we are. So this isn't going to be a long stream. No game tonight, guys, because I can't get on the computer because they're still kind of buzzing around in there. It's not as bad. They're calmed down, but I just can't get on the computer. Steve, what about you? You have any Yellow Jackets or flooding in your house as well?
Dude, I don't have Yellow Jackets, but I do have wasps that were took over my back porch big time, man.
Oh, well, at least it was outside, but that does suck.
Yeah.
I had a bat fly in my garage today. First time ever. That was wild.
It looks. Hey, anybody in the chat having problems with your house? Or I'm sure a lot of people don't like to talk about it. Let's see. What did James said? Just consider your collection delayed flipping. It was just stuff you wanted to play before you had to sell it. Yeah, I agree, man. Now, some of the games I didn't get, I played for like an hour, but I haven't played. And that's one of the ways I looked at it. I still just, I really want, I know it might sound dumb, but I think, I don't know if the second time, like after I sell this stuff, I don't know if I'm going to go for all the sports games. I think I'm just going to try to get every major title and then some of the sports games. I don't know if I'm going to get every year and all that stuff. It's just not, I do want to get it all. Who knows? Once we get back to it, we'll see. But let's see. Trailers last about 10 years before they elect to fall apart. And this trailer's from the 80s. Uh-oh. Did I cut out?
No, you're good.
Hello?
You're there. Now you cut out.
Now you cut out. That's all right. He'll come back. So, that's so funny. The Yellow Jacket King. So,
I know what it is.
I might have messed him up.
I sent
him
a couple pictures. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you. Yeah.
Give me one.
I sent him a couple pictures of the bat that I just got out of my garage. So maybe I probably shut him down. By the way, Steve, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Steve. Hey, I'm Darrell. I know.
Nice to meet you, Darrell.
Officially met. Yeah. So
yes.
It's funny. It's like Keith was like, "Hey,
kind of stream."
No, you're good, dude. You're good. So he was FaceTiming me. I just went and gassed up my wife's vehicle and put air in her tire. And I was just trying to get a bunch of stuff done before we went live. And he FaceTimes me. He's like, "Hey, man, I hate to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reschedule." And he starts FaceTiming all the bees and the orders and stuff. I'm like, "Dude, that sucks. That's crazy. Like, do your thing." I try to be super flexible. Stuff doesn't bother me. That's mine and my wife's thing. We're very flexible and just try to be understanding of life happens, and it happens all the time. Yeah. And so I just had like, I don't know, about 10 or so orders I had to go pack up. One of them was like, someone bought 21 pieces of things from me off of Whatnot this past weekend. So I was like, wow. Just filling this thing order. And he's like, sends me this message. He goes, "You know what? We're going to go live anyways." I'm like, "Oh, dang, let me put a shirt on."
As I was leaving, because I'm dropping my family off at my brother-in-law's house. And I was like, "Look, I'm going to take all these pictures." And I said, "I need to get this stuff up. I would prefer to try to sell it to like actual people I know that are wanting to collect."
and that it's items they're looking for. But I'm also going to have some stuff up on eBay. I can put it on eBay a little higher than the retail price, and then I negotiate down to the normal price. So I don't mind. Let me say hey to everybody. Connor, thanks for coming in, man. How am I doing today? I am blessed, but but it hasn't been the best day. Let me just be real with you. Man, James says,
real.
I built trailers for a year. They literally rattle apart like Korean cars.
That's good stuff.
Wolfman, what's up, man? Thanks for coming in.
I want so bad for you to take them on,
Dude,
rattle that wall, man.
If you just went in there and just started punching and kicking, like
that would yeah, I would be stupid to do that, man. I get a feeling if I open up that wall, that hole, if I just barely pull it, because I see their antennas. They're probably trying to push their way through. They're like,
here's a video for you. How many yellow jackets and bees can I kill with the Connect Adventures? Or Wii Sports? Or Wii Fit?
Cat just clawed me in the head. Stupid cat.
Hey, she's like, get them bees, bro.
Man, she's like, I'd lean back and just smacks me in the head.
She's like, what are you doing relaxing? We're under attack.
Dude, when I was dealing with the wasps on the back porch, man, the weapon of choice is like a tennis racket or a badminton racket.
Yeah, so I've been smacking them. They've been making me so mad. Amber got it all on video because I was so mad. One was flying around in the kitchen when we were trying to figure things out, and I took this fly swatter and I smacked it, and you could hear, and it hits the wall, and then you hear it thud on the ground, and I jump up and I'm just swinging, you stupid, and I'm just beating it, and it's like the stupid thing just like split everywhere.
All right. I got an idea for you. You got to get one of those like bug assault guns that shoot salt at flies and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's the picking preacher versus the murder hornets. And he's just like, you just mount your camera on it and like Call of Duty, just
dude. That's an easy 5 million views, man.
Bro, that's as viral as it gets right there.
For everybody that's coming on wondering why it's a little bit different tonight, we didn't do any kind of introduction. I'm gonna end in just a few minutes because I got to get to work. I was planning on stopping this stream or not doing the stream, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do it since we didn't do it last week. We're gonna have Resident Darrell on again next Monday, but I at least want to say hey to everybody, let everybody know what's going on. And so just for those popping in, let me answer some of these, and I'm going to go through some of these chats real quick because I know people. Thanks everybody for coming in. And while I'm answering these, remember I have some Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you're interested, let me know and I can send pictures. It said, what is your non-favorite thing to list? What is your non-favorite thing to list? What is your non-favorite thing to list?
Clothes.
Yeah, my wife does clothes. I don't do them anymore, but we have some. That's probably my least favorite thing. Yeah, because I pretty much
electronics in general, man.
Okay. Yeah. See, I like doing. All I do now is like VHS video games and consoles. Home improvements with Resident Darrell. That's right. Those Saturn game cases are big enough to build a house with. Yeah, I do have a lot of them, and they are pretty big. Nothing like yellow jackets, but I get an infestation of box elder bugs that take over the front of my house. Oh, what is a box elder bug?
Wow, that sounds like something you find in a Dark Souls game.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I wonder if that's what it is.
Why don't we give a call to all the YouTube bros and get them to buy your collection, man?
Well,
tell them what's going on
for cheaper. So
yeah.
But under the circumstances, I mean, come on.
I don't think so, man. I honestly don't think they would, because most of the people don't collect what I collect, so I doubt they would.
Well,
hey, I'm going to be in Retro Rickstown here in a couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, you could ask him. You could go by there and ask him. But I put it up. Just Bible Belt Pictures just noticed that my name is Yellow Jacket King. So
that's so funny.
Bledded but blessed but stressed. He said bledded. I could be bleeding from these. Proven gamer. I'm taking a trip to South Carolina to kick someone's roof.
Oh my gosh!
Who's
Listen to
that?
this, the Tricky coming out of the woodwork.
Who's
So
that?
that's my good buddy Tricky. He is the
Nice.
owner of the Proven Gamer Network and the host of the Trivia Horse podcast. Good dude.
Okay. He said Darrell's been ducking me for months.
Everybody's all mad because I quit doing podcasts, but I had to. I had to figure out like something has to go. If all time blocks of the day and night are accounted for,
Yeah.
whenever the ministry comes a knocking, somebody's got to go home. And I gave up podcasting. Unfortunately, I was
Yeah.
doing it by myself so much, anyways. It just was like, And then
Yeah.
he always wants to. He only records on Sunday nights like a heathen. And I'm like, bro, I'm in church. Like, where are you at? Why don't you come hang out with your friend? I'm like, I can't, dude.
we don't even have church. So we must be heathens because we don't have church on Sunday nights. Not because we don't want, not because we're just trying to avoid it, but because we're literally. So we start church at 9:30, and we don't get out of there till about 3. So two or 3. So, but we have a food fellowship. So we usually get done around 12:30 or so. And then we do communion, and then we do food fellowship, and we sit around for like 2 hours just hanging out. So we're there all day. So it wouldn't make sense for us to come back since we're already there all day.
So at the churches that I've served at, where I was a pastor on staff or something, Sunday nights have always kind of been the extra night for the students. This church, that's the big one. That's the one where no sports are going on during the Sunday night. So it's like I said, 130 students regular.
That's crazy, man. We have 30 people regular.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? It starts with 30.
But half of the people are kids though. So we only have like 2 teenagers.
I got a buddy of mine who we were both associate pastors at a church together.
Yeah.
And he had 13 kids. And he was like, there's 2 ways to build a church.
Yeah.
He said to go out there and make disciples and bring in believers. He said, or build them. And he's like, I'm just going to build my church myself.
Well, we're friends with. Well, we've done a lot of work with a church nearby, and almost everybody there, just a few families, but almost everybody there is like 10 plus kids. Jeez. So and like multiple adopted kids and kids from other countries but yeah, they have like one of them, the pastor of the church, I think he has like 14 kids. I can't remember how many he has. Because I know he's adopted a few, but just saw him the other day. Proven Gamer said, he said 13 kids and can't pull out the drop. That just means they love each other, man. That's a good sign.
Their life verse is to be fruitful and multiply.
That's right. Proven Gamer says, I told him that podcasting with me brought him too close to the devil that he had to go find the Lord again.
That's right. That's right.
Wow. Video games should bring them kids in. Yeah, it would, but it might bring them in for the wrong reason. So I don't want to hoodwink anybody into church. I want them to come because they're wanting to come in for the word. So, not that, I mean, we do video games, but I've definitely had somebody reach out to me online, and I'm gonna go in just a few minutes, guys, so I can get to do all this. But I had somebody reach out to me online, and he said, man, I wish my pastor knew about, because he found out I was a pastor. He said, I wish my pastor knew about video games. And I said, well, I appreciate the encouragement. I said, let me tell you something. I said, wherever what was it that I said? I said, he's your pastor. He's not, your hangout buddy. I said, he's there to feed you the word of God, not games. And I said, I'm sure some people wish I knew more about hunting, because we have a lot of like hog hunters and stuff in our church, and I'm just not I never was that kind of guy. And so, so I'm sure people wish I did more of that, or, whatever it is. And so I was saying, your pastor isn't there to be, just for that. And he was like, you know what, that's a good point. So, if you're trying to win people for the wrong reason, you're going to get them for the wrong reason. Then you got to keep them for the wrong reason.
Yeah. It's also hard too to like disciple someone during the day and then meet them in the strip club on GTA Online. It's like, I don't know. We're blurring some lines here, buddy. We need to be careful.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I say that because a pastor friend of mine posted on Facebook today, garage clean out, and then it was like a bunch of stuff, and there's like 27 comments. So I was like, okay, I'll look through and see what he's selling, and it was like, a jewelry cabinet, a thing, a purse, this, purse, that. And it was like his video games. It was like sports, GTA 5, sports. I was like, I know what you were doing. I'm just kidding.
No, I understand. But let's see. Your pastor gives you the hot coffee code. Hot coffee. I don't know if I know that.
It's something wildly inappropriate. One of the old GTA games.
Oh, okay. I never played them. I used to run around and run people over, and that was it. I never really played the game.
I mean, that's what they're there for. That's the fun. Everything else is
just run around and steal cars. But, well, guys, so Darrell's going to come back. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This is the second week I've had to push you back. But I'm getting this week everything lined up for the rest of the year. Steve, Steve, are you going to be on that panel, by the way? Not you, Steve, but Sega Steve. I'm going to be in Dallas. I think we're on a panel together. It was a mod where you could be. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, can't do that, man. The way he worded it. So I'm going to be at Retropalooza, and I thought you were. I think AC said you're going to be on a panel, but I'm on a panel with AC and I think Greg with Culture Shock Games. And I don't know, but some other people at Retropalooza this Saturday, if you're going to be in the Dallas area. With AC, are you on that? Maybe you're not. I thought you were. Maybe I misunderstood him. But anyways, guys, he said I'm the one who suggested you to. Maybe he thought you were meaning me and you. Oh, you're going to be at Retropalooza? I hope you're there, man. Chris, you're going to be there? You're going to be at Retropalooza? I didn't know you. Don't you live like way up northeast? I don't know. But I'm about to head out, guys. We're going to have Darrell on. This was not your normal stream, so I do apologize. I just wanted to give you guys an update. I am putting all those games, not all of them, but a huge portion of those games, I'm going to have pictures up and put them up for sale. So it's gonna be a lot. Steve, did you? I know. Me and Darrell have been blabbing. Steve, did you got anything you wanted to say? You got any suggestions to fight the termite, the horde, the house splitting apart in two pieces?
I agree with Darrell, man. The two salt guns, man, blasted.
Put on it. Sega Steve says, put on a yellow jacket and keep warm. Man, that was about as dad joke as it gets.
Dude, that's really good. I was trying to formulate like Ephesians, to put on the whole armor of God and go fight the Hornet Horde, but I hadn't really got it together in my head yet. And that right there was just that's so much better than anything I could.
That was a good one. Put on a yellow jacket and keep warm. You could say keep swarm. That's even dumber.
Oh, the
salt from the guns will also keep the demons away.
That's right. That's twofold. Yeah.
That's right. Be the salt of the earth towards them. Well, cool. Well, we'll have for all those that are on Beezus for Jesus. No, these Beezus aren't for Jesus; they're for the devil.
That's right. These
unless they're sent by Jesus to teach me patience and to trust in Him, because these bees are.
Maybe I
don't need to say they're of the devil, but right now they feel like it.
I mean, well, if they sting you, you'll know exactly who they're from.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, they stung my youngest son 2 weeks ago, or last week. So I'll tell you this. Jesus, these beeses don't please. I like that. Jesus, these so stupid. It's good.
That's so good.
It's so stupid. It's good. Oh man. Well,
That's really
He's
good.
got flow, man.
he's
Yeah, he
got the
does.
flow. That's why he's called the OG Sega
That's
Steve.
right. That's right.
OG Sega Steve.
Represent.
Represent. Well, what was I was gonna say one more thing. This, if anything, there's a few things that this has done for me. Are you going to be streaming? Yeah, so next week I'm for sure streaming. If maybe, I don't know, maybe
Could be in a
Killer Wasp.
beekeeper's outfit.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I hope like fungus isn't next week's gonna be fungus growing, and
Oh
it's
my
like
gosh.
the
It's gonna look like
aliens.
The Last of Us in your house.
Oh goodness! Thankfully, it's a trailer, so it can be burnt to a crisp if it is.
I'm
Just
gonna
remember,
have
I had a guy elevate my heart rate with the tablet today. Diabolical things can always be worse. Yeah. Oh wow. Wait. What? Oh. Oh.
Do you
Okay.
have like a machine?
Yeah. Yeah. How are you doing, man? You feeling all right? Said diabolical things can always. That's true. Yeah. No, you're right, man. I just got to call my aunt because I'm going to Texas this weekend, and my aunt has been facing some things. So, yeah, you're right. Things can always be worse. So, good word, James. James, that's actually what I was about to say. Is I had so I'll say this really quick. At RetroFest, I had some people come to me and say to me that one of the things they liked is just to, they like that I can just be honest and relate. And I was saying, even though I do a lot of funny and comical things on the channel, I want people to, I want to be real. Like I don't want to, a lot of guys like, and they do it, they get this stuff, it's like, man, check out this giant collection I got of nothing but Earthbound, and I'm
Yeah,
$5.
ridiculous stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, it's just part of it is sometimes I'm not finding stuff. Sometimes I just can't sell it. Sometimes, it's the reality. And I think people like to see the reality, even though I'm doing a lot of goofy stuff. I think they like to see, that I thought I was doing really good and then something bad happens. But what it's showing me, I'll say this, it was a good thing, even though I've been stressed. It's one, I don't rely on my own efforts. I can't. Everything that's given to me is of the Lord, and I realize that because a lot of times I want to think it's something I'm doing, and I'm going to constantly rely on Him. Whether I have or don't. And one of the ways He does that is by humbling me and having people help out. And when I don't like to rely on people. I was telling James today. I said, I'm sick of having to like rely on people, but it's like, God's like, no, that keeps you humble. It keeps you realizing you really, you don't be full of yourself,
can't do it on your own.
No. And it's, so it's that. It's also showing, it's given me another part because the game collecting has been a huge thing with me and the kids, especially me and my oldest son. It's just something really meaningful to both of us. It's been fun. We like to look and say, hey, check out what I picked up. Are we keeping that? Or are you selling that? Oh, this one I'm selling, but yeah, let's keep this one. Okay. Oh man, I enjoyed that one. Oh, this one sucked. Let's sell that one,
Yep.
And so it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun to even, I know like when I was saying I'm just because of the value of it, I'm really considering selling Panzer Dragoon Saga. And he was like, but you did that whole thing. And I was like, but Elijah, if I found it then, I can find it again. And I said,
right.
I might even find it cheaper next time. And so it just showed me, that I'll, everything will be all right. And I showed him, this is part of the journey, and it's just how it is. Because it's like there's two other people. Because I bought something else from somebody else, and it's a few $100s left. And so I sold a bunch of stuff, and I'm getting the amount I need at the end of the week to pay off the majority of that, either that or all of it. And then this all happens, and I'm like, I'm probably gonna have to pay just little payments again, and I'm just kind of frustrated. But it's all going to be taken care of. And so, well, speaking of which, there he is. I owe him something. So what's up, man? Thanks for coming in. So, great preacher by the name of Kendrick Lamar once said, "Be humble, sit down." A great preacher. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for coming
preaching
in.
something, that's for sure.
He said, "Be safe, Keith."
Mhm.
Wow. He said that's the funniest way I've ever heard anyone say Panzer Dragoon Saga is way overrated. Wow. Yeah, I'll admit it's fun. I've been playing it a little, but it's not crazy. It is. I think it's just the value because it's an uncommon game that people are wanting, and when it came out, I think that's what it really is. But anyways, it's 9:00, guys. I'm gonna go ahead, Steve. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I'm gonna make up some T-shirts like they did on Ferris Bueller that said "Save Ferris." I'm gonna make some up that says "Save the Pickin' Preacher."
That's right.
Yeah, right on. Well,
and I'm gonna sell them.
Hey, go ahead, man.
Need to get you a Patreon going and have like a tier on there for the shirt.
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
that's about as simple as you can get right there.
Mhm.
Well, it's all. I mean, I'm still selling stuff. I'm making money. I mean, like I said, I sent off a bunch of stuff this morning, and I mean a huge thing. And then I have somebody buying a whole bunch of Pokemon stuff from me Wednesday, so I know I'm going to be fine. It's not about that. It's just the issue of like when I think I'm getting ahead, it's like I'm right back having to take care of other stuff, and I think that's just how it's going to continue to be. But I'm just going to keep grinding, and we'll be getting back at it. Another note is my last video was, for me, really motivated me to stay with YouTube. It was awesome. I had a lot of response. People coming to me and saying, "Hey, I just found out about your channel. I've seen people talking about you." At RetroFest, people wanting to come up and shake my hand and say they've been watching me for a while, and it didn't even know because they don't comment, and you never know. And so I had a bunch of pastors come up, and well, not a bunch. I had 3 pastors come up and say that they're so thankful my channel's there. And they come to the live and they'll see me, they like that I share my faith, and it's just, you never know, man. And, then it's just really cool. And this video for me is, even on a financial side, it is amazing. The video was my best viewed video. I know a lot of you guys have like 10,000 views on videos, but this video had like it's at like 4,200, and I've never had one do near that good. My retention rate was amazing. I gained like 60 something new subscribers already.
That's awesome.
And it's paying $13 per 1,000 views. And so it's made like over $50. So it's nuts, man. So, he said, Iceberg Media said, it was a great video. I happen to be the best part. Right on, man. If doing YouTube is fun, do it. If not, no, I love doing YouTube. So, James, I absolutely love doing YouTube. But the fact of it is when you want to entertain people, you find enjoyment in that, and inspiring people and entertaining them, is that the work, when you put the work in, the effort in, and sometimes it, not just the self-fulfillment, but sometimes when you're like, is this getting through to people? It can be discouraging, and just because it's a grind, it's a lot of work. And so it's just, it's just how it is. Lots of YouTubers share the faith. It's a nice, lots of YouTubers share the faith. It's a nice thing. I can't even talk. Nice thing to catch. Amen.
Dude, you're not on the screen, but are you literally sitting in the dark in the trailer?
Oh, man, you can't see me?
No, we haven't been able to see you since you lagged earlier.
Oh, are you serious?
We just been looking at a black square.
No, are you serious? serious? I'm seeing my face. No way.
I thought you literally just didn't have, your camera wasn't going to work, so you were just going to wing it.
Yeah.
No, I'm seeing it. Hold up. All right, try it now. What about now?
Nope.
You haven't been on for like 15, 20 minutes.
Why didn't you guys tell me?
We didn't know.
Hold up.
You said, "Hold on, I'll be back," and then so we talked for a minute, and then when you came back, it was just there he is.
Okay. Let me put it back. Can you see me now?
Yeah, we got you.
So you can see my face,
dude.
Yeah,
all
we got
that
you.
heartfelt, like super sincere stuff. It was completely blacked out. It's just the man behind the curtain. Hey, check it out. This right here, the picking preacher when he's getting serious. I just want you guys to know that life is tough, but the Lord provides.
Jason, people are weird.
I literally thought you just were gonna wing it because your camera wasn't working.
No, man. No, I'm this whole time I've been seeing my video up here on the top left corner. And he squared good and said I thought it was intentional. No,
Yes.
I just for a split second I was like, isn't that dangerous for you to be sitting there in the dark with all those black yellow jackets?
That's so funny.
Okay, took your camera away. No. I don't know if this nerd said Keith is the new Mr. Beast of reselling videos. My video got 1 million views and plus 1 billion subs. It's a little low. We'll keep pushing. No, I'm not quite there, man. Not even close.
I don't know. I will say you were hanging out with my boy Harry Tornado and recently. I mean, you get that rub, dude.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do the elbow rub. So.
Bro, every one of the guys that I know that gets the rub from him, their stuff takes off. It's crazy.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
Well, he shared when I first started. I had like 30 subscribers. He shared my video, and but I only got like 40 new subscribers from him. But a lot of people got it. You know, I was having like 30 views, and then it went to like 1,100. James said up here, he said, man, I had a Vine get 6 million views. It was literally, you talked about this. It was literally just my feet and me saying feet.
Oh my gosh. There's a movie.
Amen.
Or a song where he's like, this dude's talking about his feet. Feet. I don't even remember. I'm trying to figure it was so funny. Oh gosh, yeah, dude. Those Vines, dude. When Vine first came out, it was a thing. There's like this one. He was like, "Don't stop that dirk," and he just like this dude.
Oh
and
yeah, I remember that.
Our old vocalist, who was so straight laced, like mega reformed, uber Calvinist, like when he prays, it's the most somber thing ever. You feel like you're at a funeral, but he's praising God with all his heart. And it's just like, but then he would just bust out, "Don't stop that dirk." It's like, what? And he would just be like, and just get his big eyes, that dirk. Like, it's like the only thing that he would ever break character for. And I'm like, Trey, what? He's literally like this crazy guttural, "The Lord is Harvard. Don't stop that dirk."
And God said no.
I was like, that Vines broke him.
Amen. I don't know if this is Eric or Jared, but 700 people just got baptized yesterday. Amen. Praise the Lord. That's awesome. So listen to this. That reminds me, one of the elders from our church, he's a teaching elder, and he usually does the teaching and a lot of the evangelism, but he's sitting there, I forget what he's reading. Oh, he says, "I count it all dung." You know, Paul says, "I count it all dung," and he's real country. You know, he's got he's a hog hunter. You know, he's a like big time. He's always out hunting. He like, they chase hogs and catch them and stab them. They don't shoot them. They catch them and stab them. Yeah. And so he was preaching, and it was the funniest thing. He said, I got two. I hope one of these doesn't offend, but I got two of them. Okay. So he goes, you know what dung is? And we're just like, oh no, what's he gonna say? And he goes, "It's doo-doo." And he said it as serious as could be. He goes, "It's doo-doo." And then so we read, our church we read the King James, and so when I'm saying this, I'm not saying the curse word, but it was the funniest thing. So he's talking ass as in donkey, right? And so he says, and we have a new guy coming to church. He's a little raw, okay. And he said he was reading the verse about he rested. He said he rested upon his ass, as in his donkey. And so one of the guys stood up in the back and goes, "Man, I sure want to rest on mine."
Let's go.
And it's funny because like back in the day, some of the people would have been like, you shouldn't say that, he shouldn't have said it. So what we all just, you could just hear us go, and we're like, right, because the kids are like, what? And I'm just like,
oh my gosh.
And I looked at him, I was like, Jared, come on, man.
So we were sitting in like this super serious leadership meeting the other day, and our executive pastor, he's like giving this talk, right? And he goes, "There's this saying in my house, the absent one is safe here." Because essentially you're not allowed to talk about someone who's not there to defend themselves.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So someone beside me was like, "What was that quote? That was really good." And I was like, I got to be honest, I didn't catch it. So I text the middle school student pastor who, when we get together, there is not a brain cell to be found. The dude we hit it off so good. We have so much fun. And so I said, "Hey, dude, what was that? That saying about absence that Shane had just said?" He said, "The absent one." He said, "The absent one is safe here." He said, or he was saying something about not having sex. I get those two words mixed up, abstinence and absence. Bro, I'm trying to hold it together. The dude's looking at me in the room, and there's like 100 people in there. And I'm just like,
he thought he said abstinent.
Well, he definitely didn't. He knew what he said, but he was being funny, and it was so well timed. So well timed that I was like, I oh my gosh, dude, I can't talk to you because I can't be serious.
That's how this guy is. Because the other thing is, we were reading about Lazarus. And he said, Kendall, one of the elders, he asked, he goes, "So what do you think they did to get rid of that stink?" And Jared, the one that said the thing about, resting on his, he goes, he just looked around real dead serious and like, this seems obvious, right? Like, he was raised from the grave. He goes, "What do you think they did to get rid of all this stink?" And he goes, "They probably took a bath." like it's obvious, it's like, duh. Probably just take a bath, man.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, let's see. Us small folk just got to keep chunking away. I have a few 10K view videos. I've seen some of your videos, man. You have some hits, especially on your. I just hit 1 million views. Wow. I know you do on your shorts. I've seen some. All right, Eric, you're going to get into a debate. I'm going to have to go, so that's a long discussion, so I'll answer that later. You ask Darrell. You can talk to us all privately. So you know what ska is. Yeah, I do. Actually, ska. Old ska like Toasters, or you ska like Operation Ivy, or ska like 5 Iron Frenzy and Mighty Boss Tones. What kind of ska?
Yeah,
Mighty Boss
love
Tones,
the Mighty
dude.
Boss Tones, man.
Yeah.
What's up, Land Shark Picker? Thanks for coming in, man.
Madness. Remember Madness?
The Yellow Jackets took over my house. So
that's awesome.
So, well, guys, I'm probably abstinence makes the heart grow fonder.
For real.
All right, well,
it makes something grow fond, that's for sure.
People from my church are going to be like, Keith. In the way of just some of the goofy things I've been saying today.
Keith, did one of those black jackets sting you in the head? Yellow jackets.
That's when they've upgraded and they're like sensei jackets, right? That's black. They're not yellow jackets.
They're not yellow belts anymore. Well, guys, this was fun. I'm gonna get going. So because we're just kind of thanks for this. I'm glad we did this because I've been pretty stressed and it's just kind of made me feel a little bit better. And I'm gonna go get some of these pictures done. And yeah, and so next Monday, guys, we'll have Resident Darrell back on, and then after that we have a few other people, but I got to get it all set up. But I'm gonna actually leave this time. The jackets are making me in the stream. They are. They kept me going. Yeah, I will be, man. I'll be safe. All right, Will. Thanks for coming in. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for deciding to jump in at the last minute. It was fun just talking. I'm gonna get going, take some pictures, and get back over to my family. So, all right. Have a good night, guys. God bless you. Next
Save the
Monday.
pick and preacher.
Do what?
I said, save the pick and preacher.
Yeah,
that's right. Save
yeah, if you want to buy
from all the black jackets.
Yeah. All right, guys. Wow. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Later.
Later. All right.